Girl, trying to go up for your ex to make him jealous is not it, sis. This is about you. This ain't all right. Let's jump into it. So, today we are going to be talking about girl, trying to go up for your ex to make him jealous is not it, sis. This is about you. This ain't about posting on social media where you going and you on a date and you looking good and you looking like a snack. No, this is about doing things totally different from what you've been doing because doing the same old two step has caused you to be able to choose a different face but the same demonic spirit. Okay? Once again, I always preface that whatever it is that I'm teaching or sharing, I'll say there's things that I did. So I did the posting on social media or sending a picture. I more so would like send a picture to be able to say like, yeah, look what you're missing out on. If that person don't give a darn about that, they do not care. It's showing the ex that you are actually just operating from a place of immaturity, just to be frank, and that they have access to you whenever they want. And this is not to be like a Debbie Downer and man bashing. This is just being real. We have to be able to get to a place when we experience a breakup. Most of the time, it's not on one, most of the time it's not a situation where both parties were in agreement. And, if that's the case, it's not about like, okay, I'm gonna do all these things so that they can come back to me. And people do teach on that, but that's not a healthy mindset. If you are really truly desiring to be in a God ordained, healthy, wholesome relationship, then there are some things that have to be eliminated from the way you think, the way you act, and your motivation to do things. So if you do, want to lose a few pounds, if you do want to feel like maybe I should change up my wardrobe to be more appealing to the type of man that I truly deeply desire, that's okay, but just make sure you're doing it for you. So when you are posting things on social media, it's because like you just felt good in that experience. You, for example, you was out to eat with friends and family and you wanted to post a cute group picture or just a picture that somebody took of you by yourself. Make sure your motivations are always in a pure place. Um, Take a break actually from social media. I personally would say for at least 21 days. And I'm saying 21 days because that is the amount of time it takes to form a habit. So like if you're not, so focused on let me post, but you're more focused on I'm going to go through these days and weeks and maybe even months of some days I'm crying, some days I can barely get out of bed, but I'm still going to get up and push through. And I am going to aspire to be able to have the type of person that God intended for me from the beginning anyway. And I'm not going to allow myself to keep getting in counterfeit relationships because I'm choosing from the flesh. So like I said, going out to different events or restaurants and wanting to share those experiences on social media, make sure that they're coming from a place because of you being in a more healthy place mentally and not to be like a get back thing. Also, create a plan to be consistent in what God has already established for you to do. So say you are a person who God wants you to teach football on the side. And that would more so be for the men. Y'all forgive me. Say you are someone that God has showed you need to be a mentor for girls. And you was doing that, you was like coming up with these ideas, you had people you wanted to collaborate with, to put maybe some events on. And when you got in a relationship, you kind of like pushed it to the side. Go back to what that is that God, had for you to do, the blueprint that He gave you, and nurture that and foster that in a way. And even if it is just like you writing down one idea for a event you want to put on in a couple of months, and you can only literally just get to the point of like writing down what it is you will want to have that event be like, that's a starting place. You don't have to be able to be in a place where it's like, okay, I'm so mentally focused that I can just be able to emotionally right now be able to handle this and not be affected from the failed relationship. No, that's not realistic. It takes time to literally get to a place where you're not crying every day and all that type of stuff. But literally go back to what it is that God originally had you doing before you had crossed paths with your ex and got into that relationship. And just ask God to help you literally every day. Okay, Lord, help me to get to this part of the planning process. Help me to get to this part of the implementing process. And He will do. When we ask, He will definitely do. So that I would say, would be another thing. And when you do get to that place where you're able to operate in, like putting on your different events, collaborating, and you networking, and you just like having all these positive outcomes. Like again, when you are, able to share that on social media, make sure it's coming from a place of like, I'm doing this for me. I feel so good that I'm making a transformation in someone else's life. It's not about this ex seeing me do this and do that because they said I'll never be able to do this without them, or I'm never going to accomplish this and that. And I have been told that in relationships, and I always just had to remember like what it is that I knew God had for me to do, and it should be coming from a place of like, I'm doing this because I know I can be able to change lives, and it's not about this person from my past and them seeing me, be all recognized socially. Um, Remember that like attracts like. So in order for you to get something you never had, you gotta do something you never done, which means you gotta like do everything opposite that you typically would do when you had a failed relationship. So no texting random crazy stuff. As a matter of fact, block the person. And this is not to be vindictive, but this is for you. You don't need to be seeing texts and calls come through your phone when you know you're at a place of, I am focusing on inner healing. I'm focusing on the goals and the things that God has revealed to me that I should be, operating in and doing to help transform and change lives and bring and win more souls to Christ. Because whatever we're doing, not only should it be something naturally to help someone, but it should always be able to glorify God and be able to, bring that soul to the knowledge of God. And one may plant the seed and another may water, but at least you know that you've done what God asked you to do in that person's life. Okay? So the last and final thing that I want to say is trying to make someone jealous is a temporary feeling. It's like when we go and eat a bunch of soul food on Thanksgiving. We tired, we feel like we can't do another thing, we want to lay in bed, we may have some other stuff we need to be doing, and we like, ain't nobody about to do all that. It's just a temporary feeling. So when you was having hunger pains, you want to eat all that food on the table, then you full, your stomach hurt, you don't want to get up, and whatever. That's like the same outcome of trying to make someone jealous. Like, it's literally just going to give you a temporary thrill. And then that void that's inside of you is going to want to be fed again. So at the end of the day, the pettiness, the immaturity, you gotta literally say, I'm over it, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna operate in a place of spiritual maturity, meaning like, God, renew my heart, renew my mind. Father, show me the way of how I can overcome this hardship in life. Father, just wrap your arms around me. I feel so just broken right now. And I hate this physical pain that I'm feeling right now. He will definitely be that comforter. It says that God is a comforter. He is an advocate. He is a protector. He is your father. So that is who you want to be engaging with. That is who you want to be putting all of your energy into. So that each day you literally are getting filled up. You literally are mentally transforming, spiritually, and naturally. So, thank you all again for your time. Remember, if there's anything that you want to share about this video, please feel free to put it in the comments. Any topics you would like for me to share information on, I definitely will make a video about it. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get all of my uploads, and always be blessed.
Hey girl, if you made it to the end of this video, put the emoji down in the comments with the painting fingernails. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so we can find other go-getters who can come over here and be blessed. Also, let me know what is one thing that you are doing to focus on yourself during your season of singleness. As always, ladies, be blessed and stay tuned.